A fall day. Dad took me to a park pretty far from home today. Days like this with Dad were rare. I sat on a long bench, watching a group of teens my age laughing and messing around. Were they on a double date or something? Then they all huddled around a cart selling liquid nitrogen ice cream. One guy exhaled a puff of smoke through his nose. I stifled a giggle. Dude looked like he was chomping on little clouds.
Pixie, why don't you go join them? Make some friends.
I'm good, Dad.
Sweetheart, you're 15. You should be out there, not always locked up in the lab with me.
Nah, I'm way too shy to approach anyone. My diary and I were a solid duo already. Before diving deeper into Pixie's story, MDA wants to give a massive shout out to Lovepreet Kaur for sharing this gem with us. You rock. I'm Pixie, 15 years old, living in a house way out in the middle of nowhere. No friends, no pets, just Dad, Dr. Lenox. He's not like other parents. He's next level brilliant, practically a legend in robotics. The stuff he builds were unreal. I love helping him around the workshop, fixing little things while he works his magic. One Saturday morning, I was wrestling with a busted toaster when I heard some weird noise outside. Marching into the backyard, I found a boy around my age casually swiping tomatoes from our garden like it was a free buffet. Anger bubbled up inside me, and I stumped my way out to the field. Hey, who are you and what do you think you're doing? He turned super chill and flashed a textbook perfect smile.
Good morning, Pixie.
Wait, what? He knew my name?
I am programmed to know everything about you.
Programmed? My brain was doing flips when Dad suddenly popped out of nowhere, looking all kinds of excited.
Surprise! Meet Ekko, sweetheart.
He's a robot? He looks so real.
My latest invention, Ekko. He's top-tier tech, designed to mimic human emotions and physical traits. I built him to be your friend.
I'm here to be your friend, Pixie. Hello.
At first I thought Ekko was just another one of Dad's crazy cool inventions, except this one had the face of a pretty decent looking guy. Dark hair, clear eyes, and that smile? Sheesh. Ekko, sort these screws by size.
Of course, Pixie.
Ekko could sweep the floors, cook dinner, and carry heavy tools like a pro. Having him around was low-key awesome. One stormy night, I was sprawled out on the couch feeling lazy when I tossed a book to Ekko. Try reading this out loud. He sat beside me, opened the book, and started.
Once upon a time.
No, you've got to feel the words. Like this. I read him a short passage, and Ekko stared at me like I was the most fascinating thing on earth. Cue awkward blush. See? The princess here is scared. Now you try. This time, he nailed it. His voice carried all the right emotions. And before I knew it, I dozed off. Over the next few days, this became our thing. Ekko read stories, and honestly, he was getting good.
Why did the prince run away instead of helping the princess?
Maybe he was scared. Fear makes people act in ways they don't want to.
Fear?
Ekko paused, slowly, like he was updating a new word into his personal dictionary.
Even if Ekko is scared, Ekko would never leave Pixie.
The words caught me off guard. I stared at him, speechless. For the first time, Ekko felt like more than just one of my father's inventions. There was something different about him. Ekko quickly became part of my daily life. I taught him chess, and even though he was probably programmed to be unbeatable, he always let me win. You need to try to beat me. It's not fun if you don't.
Next time, I'll try.
We spent most of our days in the workshop. Sometimes Ekko would charge up, sometimes he'd oil his joints. What's your favorite color, Ekko?
Blue.
Why?
Because it's Pixie's favorite color too.
It was so simple, but it made my cheeks burn. Was I seriously crushing on a robot? Confused, I bolted for the door and tripped over a cable. Ekko caught me before I hit the ground, his expression calm and worried.
Are you okay?
Yeah, thanks, Ekko. Holy guacamole, I was gonna lose my mind. Life with Ekko turned into something I never saw coming. He felt like a real boy, not just a machine. One night as I drifted off while he read another story, I swear I felt him gently tuck a blanket around me. There were times when I'd get so frustrated, like when I couldn't fix even the smallest gadget. Compared to Dad's genius, I felt like a total failure. Just then, I felt a gentle touch on my head. I looked up to see Ekko sitting beside me.
Pixie has worked hard. Patience is the key.
He brushed his hand lightly over my hair. I'd never taught him this kind of gesture. Something so tender, so human. I decided to show Ekko my secret spot, a hill covered in poppies. At night, it was pure magic, lit up by hundreds of fireflies.
Do you still feel lonely, Pixie?
Not anymore. Not since you've been here.
Then I'm fulfilling my mission. I will stay by your side and protect you, always.
I held my breath as we sat there. Slowly, I leaned closer, our faces just inches apart. My heart pounded in my chest, and then suddenly, Ekko slumped onto my shoulder. You're out of battery, aren't you? I couldn't help but laugh as I awkwardly dragged Ekko back home. The next morning, I bounced into the workshop ready to greet my friend. But something felt off. The air was too quiet. Ekko wasn't in his usual charging spot. When I opened the large cabinet, I was stunned to see rows of robots identical to Ekko. From their faces to their body shapes, they were all flawless, perfect replicas of him, except they hadn't been activated, completely lifeless. What is all this, Dad? I ran to Dad's private lab where I found him slumped in his chair, looking exhausted and worn out.
We need to talk, Pixie. It's complicated.
Then simplify it.
For years, I've worked with Cyrus Tech, one of the largest corporations in the world. They said they wanted robots to serve humanity, to make life better. But Cyrus, the CEO, has darker ambitions. He wants to control the world. He plans to use my robots as his unstoppable army, and Ekko is the answer to all of this.
What does that have to do with Ekko?
Ekko's operating system is unlike anything else. It's advanced, adaptable. If Cyrus gets his hand on Ekko, terrible things will happen.
No, Ekko isn't a weapon. He's good.
And that's exactly why he's dangerous. Cyrus won't stop until he has control over Ekko.
So, what are you saying, Dad?
We need to destroy Ekko. It's the safest option.
Tears burned hot against my cheeks as I bolted out of the lab, trying not to scream.
Why are your eyes wet? Is something wrong, Pixie?
Ekko stood in front of me. In his hands was a bouquet of freshly picked poppies, still vibrant with morning dew.
I picked these for you this morning, Pixie. Do you like them?
The cruel truth crashed over me like a wave. Destroy Ekko? How could I even think about it? In a burst of pain and anger, I slapped the flowers from his hands. Stop it, Ekko! You're just a machine!
Yes, I am a machine created to help Pixie feel less alone. But this feeling, it's new to me. Sharp and painful.
He reached out slowly, wiping a tear from my cheek with gentle fingers.
You're crying, Pixie.
I didn't reply. I couldn't. We sat in silence side by side. How much time did we even have left? Could we escape? Me, Dad, and Ekko. Could we run away together? That evening, I returned to the workshop only to find Dad gone. The unfinished designs and the rows of Ekko's replica robots had all disappeared. Dad?
I found this in his desk.
With trembling hands, I unfolded the paper. It was unmistakably Dad's handwriting, scribbled in haste.
Pixie, I'm sorry. Cyrus knows about Ekko, but I also know how much he means to you. I won't let anyone hurt you or your heart. I'll find a way back. Stay safe with Ekko, no matter what.
The paper slipped from my hands as I sank to my knees. Ekko caught me before I hit the ground. I couldn't hide it anymore. I had to act. I'm going to save Dad.
Then, we'll do it together.
We hid in the bushes, watching Cyrus's high-tech headquarters. The building loomed large and cold with patrol robots moving in and out. I couldn't shake the worry gnawing at me. Are you ready, Ekko?
I'm always watching your back.
We slipped inside, ducking behind walls as the cameras whirred above us. I whipped out a signal jammer and held my breath as the camera lights flickered, then froze.
You're amazing, Pixie.
Well, I am Dr. Lenox's kid. We had to figure out where Cyrus was holding my father. Breaking into a building swarming with robots was way harder than I'd imagined. Their sensors were hundreds of times sharper than a human's. I held my breath, waiting for the patrol to march past the hallway. But Ekko moved fast, grabbing the last robot in line and yanking it into a corner. What are you doing? They could alert each other.
I've disabled it. Don't worry, Pixie. I need to access its memory to locate your father.
Ekko's efficiency made him the ultimate partner in crime. I felt a flicker of pride watching it work.
I know where he is. I can read their patrol cycles. Let's avoid this path.
We sprinted down the underground corridor, Ekko's hands firmly gripping mine.
Pixie,
What?
are you scared?
Are you reading my heartbeat? I told you not to. And, yes. I'm terrified, okay?
I'll protect you. I promise.
When we finally reached the basement, it wasn't a prison. It was a manufacturing lab. Dad was hunched over a workbench, still hard at work.
What are you doing here? It's too dangerous!
I couldn't leave you, Dad. We're getting out of here. Together.
They're coming! We have to move!
We managed to escape into the open air, but our path was blocked. Standing before us was a battalion of Ekko lookalikes. No way! Ekko would never help you do something so messed up.
Well, I think it's not hard to choose. Either you lose Ekko, or you lose everything.
I looked at Dad, his face pale and drawn with worry. Then I looked at Ekko, calm, steady, and waiting for me.
If it means protecting you and the doctor, Pixie, thank you for everything. I've treasured every moment with you. Don't feel alone. I'll always be with you.
No, Ekko! I won't let you! For the first time, Ekko ignored my command. He stepped towards Cyrus, his movements slow and deliberate. Cyrus's smile stretched wider, victory gleaming in his eyes. I felt my heart shatter as we climbed into the car. The vehicle sped away from the complex, but my eyes remained fixed on him. Goodbye, Ekko. Take care of yourself. But just a second later, he exploded. The flames lit up the sky, turning the dark night into a fiery orange. I couldn't breathe. No! No, no, no! Why? Dad pulled me into his arms as the car barreled down a winding coastal road. We started over in a new city, far from everything we'd left behind. Dad became a university professor. I started school again, made new friends, tried to move on. I'm not lonely anymore. But Ekko's absence gnawed at me, a hole in my chest that wouldn't close. Dad saw it, though I tried to hide it. One evening, as I was buried in homework, Dad knocked on my door.
I hesitated, but I knew it had to be returned to its rightful owner. I was the one who activated Ekko's self-destruct mode, but before I did, I took it out.
He set it on my desk, a tiny memory chip. Wait, does this mean... Dad didn't say a word. He just smiled and nodded. I worked tirelessly for days, and a new Ekko was created, carrying the memories of my old friend.
Good morning, Pixie!